Hello and welcome to the Paranormal Shorts Christmas special. We've just literally had Chinese, the food that is, and we're here now. We're in Dicknell's Lounge. So I thought where better than Dicknell's Lounge for Luke to wear his elf hat.
Don't forget the epilepsy badge.
I can't see it. Oh, we're joined by a special guest, Merlin, the pooch. He's just going to sit here and make slopping noises at some point. May well lick his balls. We don't know, but we'll just go with it. Merlin, all right. Okay, so it's been quite an eventful year for Paranormal Shorts. In fact, we didn't even have a complete year as Paranormal Shorts, did we?
No, we started shorts sort of halfway through the year, I think. Maybe
we did. We had short shorts.
Yeah.
It's been incredibly short shorts. But prior to that, when we were part of LJD, or Luke and Jason and Dicknell Investigates.
Before the D dropped off.
Before the D found other things to do, mainly with his dog.
Everything else beginning with D.
Let's just daft.
Moving on quickly.
Yeah, moving on. Obviously in January, which is a good place to start, we had an interesting visit to a couple of sites in Stanton, I believe.
Yes, Stanton Church was probably one of the weirder ones. We had recorded a few bits on camera, actually, visual stuff.
Yes.
Had sort of what looked like a mist, or I still think it sort of looks like a hand. We recorded that, which I'll play over the top of us talking now, you can have a look at. And there was another place where we had some incredibly strange EMF recordings in Stanton.
Yes, we did. Yes, of course. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, make sure he's still alive.
Check for a pulse.
Actually, because weirdly in my head I was still thinking about a couple of other things that had happened at Stanton, but I think they were possibly before.
I think they were.
Yeah. So indeed, it wasn't last year. It was technically the year before, so we'll scrap that. But yeah, we did. We had some interesting EVP. We had door banging. And we also had what I would class as the first proper interaction with the EMF meter, where we were noticing power being drained and then given back.
Yeah, that was the weirdest part of it. Again, playing the clip now, you can have a look at. But yeah, it's the fact that the actual power on the meter was being sucked out of it. I've never ever experienced something like that before, or since. It was bizarre.
You say that, but it did happen later in the year. But we'll go on from that, we'll move on. So we moved on to February, and then I believe we hold on, we went to another place, we went to Kennett. Or Kenneth, as we call it. Yeah, we went to Kennett Church, and we had interaction there, which was including what sounded like someone breathing down my neck.
Yeah, there was sort of a
kind of thing.
Big sort of breath sound.
Massive breath.
Yeah, there's a few bits in Kenneth actually.
Stanton, I believe.
Yes, with
Dicknell.
Yes, that's right.
We had a very interesting night there. Not too much activity, but
was that the UFO?
Oh God, no! That's way back in the
past. That's what I thought.
Get up to date, man.
What month are we on now?
February. Yeah, no. We didn't do that. Wasn't then, was it?
That was 17, I think, wasn't it? UFO.
Yeah, 17. Yeah. We've aged, haven't we?
We have.
We've got older. Yeah, no. So that was way back, but yeah, we went to Stanton, and it wasn't that. It was a wet, horrible, miserable night. And I think the highlight probably was your still photos, which hopefully we can show a few of now. And then of course we jumped forward, went March and April.
Yeah.
And we went to. Struggling now to think.
I know there's been a lot of things happen this year. I'm trying to remember what sort of order.
Okay, let's forget that. Let's just rewind a little bit. Let's just go to when Paranormal Shorts started, which the decision was made. I believe that was June.
It was around there.
We decided to do Paranormal Shorts.
We'd realised
we called it short. That's a good question, Dicknell. We called it shorts because we had noticed that, despite the fact we were putting up quite lengthy videos of about 30 minutes to an hour, people weren't watching them. on YouTube, because you can see everything that people are doing on YouTube. So be aware, we can see what you're doing. And we knew that people were not watching the whole thing. I think the problem is that people nowadays, they want to be gratified quickly.
Yeah.
And they want to see stuff quickly. So we decided from then to become Paranormal Shorts. Obviously, we'd lost you. You were off doing lots of D words. So we decided that we would do Paranormal Shorts and invite guests out, which has been amazing, hasn't it, for guests?
Oh, it's been the highlight of
It's been shit. Let's face it, we've struggled to have guests.
All three of them.
We've struggled to have guests because everyone says they want to come out and then they'll bottle it when they're too busy.
Wow.
Obviously not you, because you've been out many times.
Yeah.
Picked up that
It is a
space-wise.
shame, really, because I keep getting asked, and you do as well, people wanting to come along, and then comes down to it, and no one's actually interested. So.
And the thing is, it's all about experience. You know, you can watch TV shows till you're blue in the face. You can watch us.
Is it because they're interested or are they scared?
Wow.
Or both?
I don't know, but I mean, I like having people come out as well, because it gives you a different perspective on what's going on. It gives you, maybe they've got an idea, maybe they're sort of, I don't know, got something different to look at, you know.
So anyway, moving on, we basically decided that the first one we went out to, although Dicknold had left us as part of LJD, our first Para Shorts visit was with Dicknold, I believe, when we went to Silverley again.
Mm.
Yes, it was.
And it was a pretty uneventful evening, I think. But there was a couple of things, but it wasn't anything major, really, that sticks out.
I must say, it doesn't. No, I can't even remember. I remember going to it, but I can't actually remember what happened. So
we had cake, wasn't it?
We had cake. It was one of the first tea breaks.
That's right.
One of the first tea breaks.
Really good.
No, we didn't have cake. We had pies. You brought pies, did you not?
No, I didn't. You did.
Oh, for God's sake. Someone brought pies, and it wasn't quite what we were expecting.
No, it wasn't. I thought I brought cherry bakewells, didn't I?
That's right. Yes, it was cherry bakewells.
Yes. Perhaps you brought cherry bakewells.
Yeah, cut that bit out.
It was.
Yeah, they were lovely. Because one of mine fell in my tea.
Yeah.
Lovely. I hate that. Let's focus on the next night. So obviously Dick will come out on that one, like I said, it wasn't very eventful. And then I believe we went to Cavenham.
Yeah, that was again uneventful, really. But that was the first sort of time I think we got Paranormal Shorts. How we sort of felt comfortable, you know.
And we had a nice lemon cake.
Did have a very nice lemon cake.
And that was when Luke also perfected the tea break music, which was the little.
I think, yeah. It's free to use. I will work that in. That tea break music.
Brilliant piece of music that was. And then after Cavenham, we actually, I believe, went to a place called Dullingham.
Yeah, done two at Dullingham.
Oh no! Hold on. In amongst all of that, there was some shadow paranormal stuff going on. We went to Little Cornard.
Yes. I'd forgotten completely about that. Little Cornard. You've still not been there, the churchyard, have you?
No, I haven't.
I think that's got to be the next one then.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
Wow, what a night. That really changed my perspective on a lot of stuff, that did, because everyone that knows, obviously me, and how I bang on about stuff, well, it's probably a bit too much, but I have a certain belief in things that do and don't happen, and I've never been one for demons or the kind of dark side of things, because as much as I have investigated, I've never experienced that, and I've been waiting, in 22 years for it to happen, and it's never happened. But that's about as near as I think I'm going to get to it.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, that was not nice at all, really.
We saw stuff, we felt stuff, and the best bit for me was the way we left, huddled together in a group.
Yeah.
Waiting for something to come and get us. That was just I'm never going to forget that. The way we all huddled out.
That's bizarre.
It was literally, we were all bunched together, walking really slowly.
So all watching, walking backwards.
Walking backwards, holding the EM meter. That was a real. And then we went back there again pretty quickly after that, because we'd experienced that. At this point, we weren't really thinking Paranormal Shorts. We were thinking get a lot of people in. So Shadow Paranormal was the answer, because there's obviously a working team there. And it was good to be a part of that. And we had Sophie join us on the next one, I remember, which again was good. It was a different perspective. Enjoy working with James and Sophie. They're brilliant. You'll have to meet them.
Yeah.
So perhaps you should go out and do a Shadow Paranormal.
Yeah, I'd love to.
You should
Yeah,
go and be a
yeah,
part
I'd
of
love
that. That's
to.
good.
Yeah.
And then from there, we started. The weather started to change, didn't it? We got past the summer.
Yeah, it was a little bit quiet for a while.
You got a bit quiet. You were doing your Shadow Paranormal thing, and I hadn't been too well.
Yeah.
I was a bit weird, but I'm okay. I'm moving on from that now. And then we decided that we would. I mean, that was amazing to get into. No, hold on. We had a Shadow Paranormal visit to Silverley.
Yeah.
I'd also been doing a few Haunted Crusade things by that point, and we were joined by Keith and Kath, lovely couple, lovely cake.
Yeah, who are some of our first and only guests. But you're right, they do like a smashing bit of cake.
Smashing. What smashing it was. Oh, Paranormal Shorts, we got to visit a place in Brandon. We can't really talk about it too much.
Yeah, that was
3 visits we did there.
Yeah, and I think we sort of got to the bottom of what's not going on there.
That's very cryptic.
Well,
Like in the crypticism.
we can't say where it is, so I'll just say that. I thought that's the mystic of it.
It wasn't probably as paranormal as they may have hoped. There did seem to be legitimate reasons as to why stuff was occurring there. But it was interesting because, again, every gives you a different perspective, and it kind of helps you to kind of form where you want to go, where you want to be in your investigations. And then, of course, we had the big one, the Location X visit, which was a place I had not been inside for a long time, and I was so chuffed to be back there. And we were joined by Dick Nord.
Yeah.
And Dick Nord, at this point, he's been on some kind of spiritual journey.
I did go.
Tell us about it.
Wow.
No, not holiday-wise. I mean, in terms of mentally, you've got.
Well, mentally, yeah.
Yeah.
I've just become more focused on it somehow or other.
It has.
I think it started in July, and
you've become more kind of sensitive to surroundings.
I've been trying to develop it.
Okay.
Each evening.
And the interesting thing there was in Location X. I mean, we'd had pretty much no EM activity,
did we?
nothing at all, until Dick Nord come bursting through the door and said, "I've just had an experience in the corner." We were there like a flash, and literally within a second of being there, we had the EM go off twice, didn't we? Literally within a short space of time.
Yeah.
That was really, really good. And then we had the classic tea break with the Ladybirds.
Yeah, that was a bit of one. Yeah.
Straight into the second half, obviously having the break, and as everyone knows, second half tends to be a bit more exciting. And then we had the activity we had the loud bang, and the clicking. Which even now, that loud bang, I can kind of hear it in my head. I still don't know where it came from.
Yeah. Those little click sounds.
The click sounds, which is something that people often experience apparently, and I've been looking into it, and apparently a little clicking sound. Apparently it's almost like electrical discharge or something. So interesting. And then where do we go from there? Location X, back to Little Cornard again.
Yeah. I mean that's an ongoing process. The Cornards. That's going to be sort of a fair while, sort of trying to understand what's going on there.
That's a church, is it?
Yeah, it's more outside. As a result of being in Little Cornard, I mean, 2 things have happened. One is I've kind of changed my view a little bit on the whole haunting process. I tend to believe now it is more about energy than it is anything else. Than say, for example, the dead trying to contact us. Whatever is causing that kind of interaction, I believe, is now just energy in one form or another. And I believe that can come through however and whenever it wants. Not necessarily even at a haunted place. And the other thing I've noticed as well is activity around trees. There seems to be an awful lot of activity around trees. So next year my hope is for us to do a very brief short spin-off where we're going to go and investigate some trees. Sounds weird, but stick with us, it'll be interesting. Nothing wrong with trees. They're the lungs of the earth. So recap for you then. Your few experiences you had with us, your few nights out, how would you sum it up?
Very good.
Enjoyed it. Tell them.
Don't. Yeah, very much enjoyed it. These guys are a hell of a good laugh, if anything else.
And serious.
Yeah, and serious at the same time, which is really good. So when you do find something...
Serious. Funny.
when you do find something these guys home in and they're like, well,
a dog on a bone.
They are dog on heat.
Maybe not.
Nice trying to use.
So D word again, Dan.
So thank you, Dickon. And Luke.
Yeah, no,
for you.
It's as I said to you earlier, like you said, how this year sort of it changes your views about little bits and pieces here and there. For me, it's just been an extension of what last year was, which was, each year you just sort of get more and more of a feel for what's going on. And I think especially for me anyway, again, I didn't want to say that I'm sort of a bit more of a spiritually sort of route, but what I'm going to say now is exactly that. Like, the feelings I've been getting in certain places always seem to have been backed up by actually recording stuff on cameras or on pieces of equipment. So it's sort of just solidified in my mind that when I get a sort of feeling somewhere, it is something that's usually related to an actual haunting of such.
Follow your gut feeling.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that we have gone to the part now where technology has passed our humanity. We care more about electronic things and things that communicate with other things rather than how we feel as a person. And I think that the more we move away from that, the harder it's going to be for people to actually get that back. And I think that if you go back through the history of man, there was times when he had to rely on his sixth sense, and I think that we are losing that at our peril.
Yeah.
Because one day when all this technology fails, we're going to need to go back to that. So people like Luke here, Dick Milk and Luke, who are becoming much more, I would say, possibly spiritually aware. And I'm not saying that in terms of we're talking to ghost cart way. I mean in terms of just being more aware of your surroundings, are going to benefit.
Oh, it's just a physical thing just as much as it's a mental thing. Just being even being self-aware of where you're sort of at and what's going on. It sort of links into it in a way.
And listening to your gut, but then following it. That's the other key thing.
Yeah.
Is to follow it and to trust it. It's not easy.
Just finishing on a deep note.
D word again.
The deep note of December. I think that sums up the year really. It's been a good one, and I hope next year's going to be just as good, if not.
So, block the negative energy.
So really, you should come out with us guys.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
And you'll learn an awful lot.
And bring cake.
That's right. And have a laugh.
Brilliant.
So from us, it's have a very good 2019, and stay tuned because it's only going to get better from here on out. Cheers, guys. Merry Christmas.